Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading on your impact on others. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll give you guys a second to choose, and if you need more time, please pause the video. I hope you guys had enough time. I'm just going to hop right into it. So if you chose this card, this is your reading on your impact on others. Pile 1. Immediately what I am getting from this image is that you guys give good advice. The way you guys warn others about things that may happen or have the potential to happen is very awe-inspiring and shocking. It may throw others off at times or just stop them in their tracks. And when you guys get into relationships, I feel like you warn others about your personality and the type of person you are. It's very truthful how you come off. The truth that comes out of your mouth intrigues others more because there's not many people out there that will just say how it is. Pile 1, your transparency is very impactful on other people. It's just something that you don't see every day. So many people are wearing a social mask, and when you see someone who is not, it's like, oh, okay. It's hard to miss. The way you react to things can sometimes leave people hot and bothered. And being hot and bothered basically means that you're so worried about somebody that you can't think, and you're just so anxious. You can't focus on absolutely anything, and you're just like pacing back and forth, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to think. People are really worried about upsetting you. Oh my god. Because you'll tell them to take a hike. You'll literally be like, listen, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to. If I'm not for you, you can leave. There's the door. The last thing pile 1 is going to be doing is chasing someone else. And you give off that energy. That energy is felt and confirmed with how you move. You guys have a dominant energy about you. Someone not to be messed with, someone not to play around with. People are so anxious over you, pile 1. There's something alluring about you, but also dangerous. People know that when they look at you, you look like trouble. That person looks like they're gonna break my heart. Or that person looks like they're gonna give me a run for my money. And I'm also getting you get people hot and bothered with your appearance. How you look turns people on. There's this sensual energy about you. When people look at you, they feel like you're going to break their heart. Pile 1, you know how to put people in their place. You don't let anybody walk all over you. There's something about you that knows how to stay centered no matter the circumstances, or at least comes off that way, even if you might close the door and feel another type of way, or you might actually be worried. You don't come off that way. You definitely have this immovable type of energy, or you try to portray that immovable type of energy. You know how to align yourself with the universe and win your battles regardless. There's something about you that knows how to surrender to the energy of the universe. You know how to surrender and be like, hey, you know what? If something happens where things don't go right, I'm okay with that. I know that that is not meant for me then, because I move in a way where things fall into my lap. I move in a way where no matter what life circumstances, I'm gonna be all right. Even if it's not gonna work out between us, or even if you don't stay in my life, it's gonna be okay. And this card fell. People feel like if they miss an opportunity with you, or if they mess up and had to leave, they feel like they should have expressed themselves better when they were in a connection with you, or when they had the chance to be near you. They feel like after you leave, after everything is said and done, all the things that they were holding back, they regret. And this is anybody. This could be family, friends, romance, whatever. They feel like when they were in my life, I had the opportunity to make things right, to express myself, to cherish this person, but I didn't, and that's why they left. And I should have expressed myself better. I should have handled this situation so much better. And people really think you're gonna stick around until you don't, and it shocks them. They feel like it's a betrayal. But Pawan, you don't do things for no reason. You don't feel the way you do so strongly for no reason. You don't care who needs to be put in their place. It could be your own mother. You will put them in their place. You don't care if someone has authority over you, or someone has a title of a teacher, or it could be your coach. It could be someone else's parent, or a grown person walks in the store that you're working in and you tell them off. Like, you will put anybody any age in their place. And you don't care who it is. No one scares you. Nothing scares you away, especially not just because you're older than me. Why is that funny? But yeah, like, and that's why it might seem like a betrayal, because it might be a family member that you're just like, listen, I'm not gonna let you get away with what you've been getting away with. If I need to separate from you to heal, I will. Or if I just need to not talk to you and distance myself, I will. But people enjoy your story. People enjoy talking about you, hearing what you're doing, or how you like handled a certain situation. People like love to like talk about it and hear about it, about what you said this time or what you did. There's something very entertaining about your life, you, and how you move. Yeah, it's like a movie. Your life is like a movie or a story in a book. Pawan, there's something about you that people may be unsure about you at times, or like not know how to take you, or take what you're saying, or like take a step back and be like, huh? Like, sometimes people may not like you, but they will respect you. And that's for the people that are platonic or family, colleagues. But as far as people you enter relationships with, they love that about you. It may get them hot at times, but at the end of the day, they like your boldness, your fearlessness. They love that. I have no choice but to respect Pawan, because they told me. When no one tells me, no one steps up to me, no one tries me. But you actually know the facts. So when you say it, it makes people think. So yeah, your impact is your words, Pawan. Your impact is like how you carry yourself. It makes people want to move different in their own lives. It makes people want to be like, maybe I should be doing some more work on myself. Maybe the work doesn't ever stop. And you inspire that action. You make people want to align themselves with the universe. You make people want to stay centered in themselves. Not let anybody move them. Like, no, I'm not gonna, just because you don't like what I do, I'm not gonna change it. No, I'm good. This is what I want. This is for me. This is my interests. I don't care if you understand it or don't. You understand people's own self-interest and own best interests. Like, you understand that each person needs to do what's best for them. And I know that sounds like, yeah, like, no duh. But a lot of people aren't like that, Pawan. A lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people want to be a part of the group. A lot of people conform. If someone doesn't like what you do, a lot of people stop what they're doing just to fit in. Or they question or second guess themselves just to fit in their family, in their friends, in their work group. But you don't do that. I don't want to fit in. I don't care. Yeah, like your values, Pawan. Like, you understand you have differences with other people. And people talk about that. People talk about that, and people think that some people are afraid of what other people think. But not you. Not you. You don't care. Pawan's impact on others. I am not the one. I am not the one. I will bite back. Like, you're not afraid of conflict. I got time today. Like, you want to debate about this? You want to argue about this? I got time today. What's up? You stop patterns in your family, Pawan. Toxic cycles that people get away with for generation after generation after generation after generation. You stop that. There's something about either your personality, your words, everything that's very sensible. And that just means you have this wisdom about you, and what you say is taken seriously because it's practical. It's going to benefit other people in some way, shape, or form. You don't just talk out of your butt. You have a very rational, balanced perspective, and because of that, people have no option but to respect that. And that might be what I'm feeling too. Like, it's very earthy, very down to earth, very centered and immovable. You know yourself. You make time to know yourself. A lot of people don't make time to know themselves, Pawan. But you already know this. You already know. I feel like, Pawan, you want a family of your own. You want to create something stable for yourself. Maybe because you didn't have that, this is what pushed you. You could have had a family life. You could have had a stable life or whatever. Regardless of that, point is, you want a family. And it doesn't have to involve children. It just could mean people you resonate with. People you want to associate with. And won't feel embarrassed by their behavior or just like not resonating. Too many differences. You could easily get this too because their impact is that type where people do want to settle down with you. You definitely give that energy off where people do want to settle down and have kids. But it's going to be different for everyone. So take which one resonates. And in regards to love, people do think like you're the best thing that's ever happened to them. Whether you feel that way towards them or not. That's how people feel towards you. And it was really fun doing your reading, Pawan. That is what I was getting for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If it's in your best interest, please like, comment, or subscribe. Alright, welcome pal number 2. If you chose this police card, this is your timeless reading on your impact. Healthy ego has respect for themselves. Pile 2, independent. Let's do one more. Hates competition. Pile 2, off rip, they're jealous of how independent you are or how you seem okay by yourself. Yeah, they're like, I wish I was like that, because you're really okay by yourself. And that's honestly a gift, because a lot of people aren't like that. And I got the word faithful. There's something of you're highly devoted to something. People feel safe in your energy. They feel comforted. They feel like they can open up. People feel the impact you have on them is that they can put their walls down, their guard down, because you're not going to take advantage of that. You are going to keep all their secrets. You show actual concern for their well-being. There's this very empathic type of vibe. You make people feel secure, safe, because when police have the right intentions, having the police around does make you safe at times, because you know nothing crazy is going to happen when they're around. No crime is going to happen. So that's the type of energy you give off to people. Like, you can be yourself around, like, people can be themselves around you. You're not gonna judge them. You're gonna be like, okay, like, go off, be crazy, be weird as you want, because I'm not gonna make you feel dumb, which is that energy. Nothing beats that. When I can fully be myself around you and I feel comfortable enough to like just be goofy I love that. You make people fully see the extent of their personality because they can explore it when they're around you. You give them space to explore how much they're going to bloom or how much they're going to expose of themselves. You let people explore the parts of themselves that they need to. Yeah, and then it says empathy right there. What you provide for others by not even speaking is a gift. Bow to. Part two, you just want to love and be loved. You don't want to fight so hard to be in this world or to stay on top. You just want to exist. And people might make you feel like, I don't know, bad about that. Or like there's some sort of shame around that because you don't like competition. People may judge you and that's why you don't F with that. You impact others because you make them realize what they're actually missing out on. You're missing out on the most important parts of life. You're too busy chasing this, or you're too focused on your goals, or you're too focused on things that really in the long run don't matter. Something about people's priorities you don't get, and when those types of people come around you, they realize, yeah, there's other things out there. You make people rethink their desires. You have an emotional intelligence about you, how to. There's something where you can see right through a person no matter what they're telling you. You're not afraid to challenge someone either. Challenge their beliefs. You inspire others to see the value of using your emotions. See the value of feelings and the things that aren't seen, the things that are hidden. If society tells you to think a certain way or do a certain way, that this, if you get up at 6 a.m. and then you start your day at this time, you get more done. Like, you challenge society, you challenge the rules of society and what every person follows. You go by your own rules. You follow your own rhythm. You don't want to be, everything is subjective to you, pal too. Everything is subjective. You see that truth is relative. It's, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm so sorry. You think very abstract, pal too. There's something very abstract in your thinking. Like, me and you would probably have a great conversation because I'm very abstract in my thinking too. For example, I don't even know if I want to say this. Maybe that's how you feel because your thinking is it's so elevated that like not everyone's gonna receive it the way you think or the way you would want, because they're just not on that level of thinking. Like, you almost want to be like, I don't know if I should even say this around these people because I don't know how they're gonna receive how I think, because it'll just go over most people's heads. Yeah, and maybe you just end up not saying anything at all because I don't even know if I want to say how I really feel about certain matters, because people take things way too literally, or people don't, you either get it or you don't, and most of the time we're surrounded by people who don't, and it takes time to attract the people that do. So because that's might be our purpose. Our purpose might be to be around people who aren't like us, to teach them something. You know, if we just landed right where we're supposed to be, what would be the point? I don't know. Hopefully this reading made sense, but whatever. The people who find you intimidating, pal, too, is gonna be the people who have a hard time understanding what you're saying. But yeah, pal, too, you inspire people to take out some time for themselves. Rest. It's okay to rest. Resting is productive. Yeah, you definitely make people think. Definitely. You guys might have air in your chart. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you guys like to talk. People feel like you're too good with your words. Believe it or not, like you're like you can definitely manipulate certain situations, but manipulate doesn't have to be a bad word. Manipulate is basically what manifestation is. It's putting things together in a way where it works for you, or the way the universe literally, you're manipulating the energies of the universe so you get what you want. And so you do that with the way you are, and the way you speak is like you literally know how to get what you want, and you know what to say to get that or to calm a situation down. You definitely know how to pull strings, and like, yeah. And people don't know how they feel about that, because you give that vibe. You do give that vibe. Definitely do give that vibe. Why am I feeling like Aquarius energy? Yeah, people might be feeling like they're getting, like you're running circles around them by the way you speak. You're too good with it. You feel me? I don't know what's wrong with me today. Yeah. How? Who you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, Baltu? Who? No. That's how people respond to you. When people see you, they want to date you immediately. And you have an air of superiority. So you may feel like, as I'm looking at this card, you have an air of superiority. So that means you feel like you're better than other people. And you might be. You feel me? Like, that's just what I'm getting. I just read the cards. You make people want to do things for you, or like go out of their way for you. Even when they set boundaries with themselves, you like push past those boundaries because of the type of person you are. I don't know. You have such a strong hold over people. You have power over people, bro. And you know it. And that's why you're like, okay, well, then stop feeding the monster. And then, of course, we get this fucking card. Same card for Power 1, which is interesting. Yeah. There's definitely a connection to Power 1. You have the same type of energy where people feel like you're trouble. Like they may need to heal from a situation after dealing with you. Or like being in your life is going to be a lot to handle. There's a lot going on around you, or there's this effect that you have on people where things are going to, it's bound to be a little bit of passion, a little bit of drama, a little bit of dramatics. It's bound to happen. It's bound to. Because your presence may make people feel uncomfortable, and I'm not sure if that's your appearance, your personality, both. I don't know what it is, but it makes people uncomfortable at times. Because, I don't know, there is an air of intelligence when it comes to you. But intelligence that people know nothing about. It's like hidden. I don't know. Like, you know about hidden things, or you know about things that aren't popular to know. Does that make sense? Like, Power 1 was more practical. And this one was more like worldly. Like a little bit of everything you know about. Like the basics of life. Like just, I don't know. Power 1, it was like logical, common sense. And then this one is more like, it's not common. It's not common. Not everybody knows what it is. But they want to act like they do, but you actually do. And you do have like this swag about you that people can't resist. I don't know. You could be a girl or a guy, but like this leather jacket is standing out to me. The So your clothes may stand out to other people. The way you put things together, the personality, the clothes, the way you speak, your appearance, everything. Of course, people are going to feel uncomfortable around that. And you might not like competition, but people feel like they can't compete with you either. You don't involve yourself in the competition, but if you did, you would win. You might not like it, but if you do give yourself a chance, people might just throw in the towel. But yeah, so that's all that I'm getting for you, Pal 2. If you enjoyed this reading and if it's in your best interest, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. So yeah, that's all that I'm getting for you, Pile 2. If you enjoyed this reading and you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. And thank you for watching. Welcome, Pile number 3. This is your reading on your impact on others. You guys chose this card, falling apart, falling into pieces, and all torn up. Alright, so Pile 3, you make people fall to their knees. You throw people for a loop. You throw people's life upside down. You make people question everything. You make people question their entire life. And if they're like even a good person. Whatever the person that you impact had thought about themselves, you make them reevaluate everything they thought they knew. Are you who you say you are? That's you to others. And I saw 5555, so you invoke change in people. You make people change their identity, which is interesting. Imagine making one to change someone's whole identity. Maybe you deal with people who don't even have an identity, but want to question yours, or can't stop talking about yours, but they don't even have one to begin with. Like, stop worrying about my identity and get yourself one. So we have here soul contract. Self-critical. Oh, okay, that makes sense. People compare themselves to you. Mental health. I kind of want one more. And mentally stimulating. Pile 3, you make people upgrade. You make people want to upgrade not only themselves, but like, say they want a girlfriend, boyfriend, you make them want to upgrade their girlfriend, boyfriend, because after dating you, it's like, I can only go up from here, because if I don't, I'm going to be miserable, or my mental health is going to go to You impact others because you inspire them to just like, yes, you make them self-critical, or you make them be like, oh, well, maybe I should change this about myself, because look at Pile 3, like, they look like they have it all, or something. You make people want to like criticize their own appearance and improve their appearance. You make people want to get a relationship. I don't know, something about relationships. Maybe you're people's dream girl or guy. If they're not gonna date you, they want someone like you. Like, you're people's prototype. Like, that's the type of person I want to date. Like, I want somebody just like Pile 3. I want to date somebody just like Pile 3 if they can't have you. Like, you're like a template. Your greatest impact on people is upon entering a relationship. So the people you involve yourself with really get affected by you. Say something goes wrong in the connection. They're completely falling apart. They can't function literally without you. And after being with you, they really have to do some work. They really have to heal. Or they need to find someone that's at your level or someone 10 times better to make them feel okay mentally. If you guys were to break up, like nothing would feel right anymore, and they would need to do the most to get back into homeostasis. You really, really, really affect people after dealing with you in love the most. And that's why I got soul contract. It's the people you have a long-term contract with. It's the people you enter long-term relationships with. It could even be like long-term friendships too. But definitely, definitely love. When you enter a relationship with people, they feel like they're walking on sunshine. Like they are so happy to be with you. They feel like all their obstacles or everything that they previously were facing just kind of diminishes. And they're living in this new world now. This new world with you, and everything is fine. Everything's okay again. Being with you is so healing. Yes, Pal 3. Being with you is so healing for their soul. You are a remedy, Pal 3. You like help their mental health. You bring it back to life. You literally bring these people back to life and expand them. And I just looked at in love 100%. So it's not that hard to fall in love with you. It's not that hard. Give me 3 days, give me a week, and you'll be in love. And if it ends, you may just want to end your life. You may just want to end your life. So you may enter relationships with people who really struggle with their mental health. And so you're kind of like this healing force. The power that you hold over these people that you enter relationships with, just please be mindful and be responsible. It is not your fault if someone wants to. You shouldn't be forced to be with someone if they shouldn't hold that over your head or threaten you in any way. But also, be careful with that power, Power 3, because you can really F someone up for life. Just be careful. Please be kind. Like when it's good, it's so good. And when it's bad, it's the worst. It's just the world's ending. Sorry, I had a lot of coffee. This is my second cup, and I am going to be hype. This is no longer ASMR today, so do not try to fall asleep to this. So yeah, you make people want to check up on you again, check your social media, check what you're doing, what you're up to. It doesn't just end once you break up with that person. It doesn't end. They're always going to have you in the back of their mind. And third party came up, so there could have been substances, a family member, an actual other lover. It could have been a friend. It could have been their habits, them not wanting to grow. A third party can be anything. It could be something that got in the way of your connection. Third party means there was other things that got in the way of being together. It could be anything that you didn't approve of. So it's going to be different for each person. But if you stick around, you're enabling that to continue. And how is that going to affect anybody? So yeah, you might have just had to leave a few times. Leave some people behind. Because a lot of people don't do things for themselves. A lot of people do things for other people. And when you do things for things outside of you, most times it does not last. Maybe there are a few exceptions, but most times things outside of you that you're doing, that you're being motivated for, does not last. You have to do it for yourself. It has to come from within. It has to come from a fire that's brewing inside of you. You can't be doing things for other people. It won't last. I've had people quit doing substances and then get back on them. It's because it's not coming from within. It's coming because you're trying to please someone else. So yeah, definitely you guys don't stick around to see somebody abuse substance and watch themselves kill themselves, or you don't stick around to have people sneak around your back. You don't stick around to have people be snooping or do certain habits that you don't approve of, or have a father-in-law, mother-in-law that's invading your privacy. Anything. You don't stick around, whatever the third party is. And then people realize that you're not somebody that can be replaced. So you should have valued me then. Or you should have gotten your together. Because I'm not going to stay. Of course I'm irreplaceable. That's why you feel so strongly towards me. But I don't understand how that doesn't connect when you're with me. The way you guys had the relationship, the way you guys communicated with each other, went about your daily lives together, the way you guys handled certain scenarios and situations, the way you guys talked, the way you were physically intimate, all of those things, the way you look, the way your personality is, none of those things are easy to find again. It cannot be matched, the way you make someone else feel in your presence. It's this sick, twisted game sometimes that we feel like the universe is playing on us, when we feel like that's the only way people will realize or get things, is once you leave. That's the only time. What kind of sick game is this? But yeah, like it be like that. That's when people realize. So yeah, people from the past, they pray that you'll still be a part of their future. Or like once you were with them, like they wanted to talk about marriage, or they wanted to talk about staying together forever, but they don't realize what a commitment takes. They don't realize that in order to make a relationship work, you have to grow with it. You can't just, it's not a hall pass to do whatever you want and have things happen without you trying to fix them, or without you trying to constantly work at a relationship to help nurture it to grow. It's not just a hall pass, yeah, you're gonna stick around no matter what. No, it don't work like that. I'm not just gonna be with you and enable your codependent nature. Like, this takes work. You have to grow. You can't just neglect the relationship. You can't just fail to give me what I need. And I can't fail to give you what you need. And I'm also getting like, it might be hard to find you. It might be hard to find you once you leave. Like, either if someone tries to replace you with someone else, it might be hard to find like a replica of you. In every sense of the word. So yeah, the universe uses you in relationships the most, to do the most growth, to impact people the most. That is where God uses you. And I'm talking about long-term relationships. Not no flings. Pile 3, I don't think you'll ever really truly understand how you make other people feel. And yeah, you can listen to how you impact people all day. You can go on pick a card readings and listen to how people impact you all day. You can listen to this reading all you want. And I can go on and on and on and on for an hour talking about how you impact people. But I don't think you'll fully realize or fully get it. Because you kind of have to be the other person to receive how you really get to them. Because it's strong. It's strong. People think about the past with you a lot. People think about when they had you. The past might come up a lot for you because it seems like it keeps resurfacing. People don't want to let you go. It may be hard to get away from the past when you go about your pick a card readings. Like, the past is like haunting people, and that's why it keeps coming up, because it's so potent. It's just the thing about you. People feel like there's an immediate spark upon meeting you. Even for the people you never even got that far with, even the people you never entered long-term relationships with, the people you just meet and say hi and bye to, like, people feel that spark with you. People you disregard or don't even think twice about, think about you. A lot of people project on you, Pile 3. Project, like, their dreams, their wishes, their fantasies. You're like a fantasy. And like, when people meet you, they feel like this spark. Even if it's not on your end, it's not mutual. You had no idea that they thought you had no idea that they even thought of you like that. Or they gave no inclination of interest. People, there's something about your appearance or just you. There's something about you upon meeting you that gives off the impression of, I'm gonna get everything I want with this person, or it seems like I'd get all my wishes with this person. It seems like everything would be satisfied. I'd be satisfied in every way, mentally, physically, in every sense of the word, spiritually. People feel like they'll be deeply satisfied if they had you. There's like a lot of wishful thinking too. People may crush on you a lot, pile 3. You have a lot of admirers. You have a lot of suitors. I'm getting that line from Beyonce that says, "You wish I was your baby mama for me to stick around and give you that good karma." That's what I'm getting. There's something about you that's lucky, that people feel like it's just abundance. I'm just getting abundance and like happiness and like a good family life, privilege. You seemed like privileged and fulfilled. You seem complete. You even impact strangers because of your vibrant nature. The Queen of Wands, she's very attractive physically. And she gets attention wherever she goes. She's very magnetic. But you could be a man or a girl watching this. It doesn't matter. People feel like you give off the energy of like, good things will happen to me if I just attain this person. Leo energy right here. Yeah, you might have like very positive spirit, a very warm, inviting type of energy. You seem loving. You seem like you'd actually really care about someone. And these are just people's thoughts, whether or not they're true or not. You give people energy. You revitalize people. You're like a walking, talking battery. You have the power to like break up relationships or like cause separation or just like make people realize things about their own situation and their own life, and like they could be in a situation where they're not happy with their significant other, and whether or not they get with you, you make them experiencing you makes them question their own relationship, whether or not they get with you or not. People just talk to you or look at you and think, like, should I even be doing this right now? Like, I don't know. You make people want to change their life around. There's something inspiring about being in your energy. You make people want more out of their life. You cause revelations in other people. You make them want to question what they're doing. You wake them up. That's what it is. You wake people up. You make them self-evaluate, re-evaluate. Causing them to see with new eyes. If people were sleepwalking before, they cannot shut their eyes and be blind when they meet you. You impact people when it comes to their emotions. You wake people up in their feelings. You make people realize that they have feelings. Like, nah, I wasn't numb, or I wasn't an F-boy this whole time, or an F-girl this whole time. Someone who's closed off, doesn't like to feel. No, I actually do feel. No, I actually do care. I do want to love. I do want to be attached to someone. people's whole identities change because like they realized they weren't this person at all. They were just around the wrong people that didn't inspire them. The people who they were around didn't reveal their true nature because they were settling. Imagine someone's heart being off and someone not wanting to talk and wanting to be distant to someone who's like, and not chasing, and someone who's not chasing, right? That's the type of person they were before they met you. But then when they meet you, they realize they are a chaser. They do want to talk. They do want to open up. They want to love. So yeah, you do make people question their whole identity and realize who they actually are when the right person comes up, or when someone that ideal, their type, comes up. Yeah, they realize they do want to seize opportunities. They want to seize the day. They don't want to just go about their day like they used to. You make people want to enter relationships. You make people want to enter a relationship with you. Whether they're a relationship person or not. I don't know. People just want to get with you, Pile 3. People want to love you. People want to be with you. And give to you. Like, they might have been very exhausted. Or just not interested before they met you. But now it's like you give them energy. You give them life. And they're interested. Like, you catch people's, you make people focus. You make people focus. If they weren't feeling motivated to go to work, if they weren't feeling motivated to go about their life or improve their mental health, when they meet you, they want to do all that again. You stimulate that in them. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you, Pile 3. And that is what I'm getting. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know or give me a like. If it's in your best interest and you want to hear more readings, please subscribe. And thank you for tuning in.